think I should be live, but I'm just gonna start either way. I'm sure people will trickle in here as the night goes on. This won't be a super long stream today. I kind of got here later than I had wanted to, but I wanted to stream anyways just because I had planned to stream yesterday, but was unfortunately not able to. So tonight is going to be the night I do a live stream. Hello, Glitched Voids. You are the first one in here. But yeah, we're going to go back and try to get the last two double charts on trick. I'm coming in a little bit more weight today, which is good, and I got a Rockstar here to enjoy, so hopefully cracking one of these bad boys open helps me out because it's not going to be a fun time. But we're going to be off to the races here in a moment. Got two songs left. We got It's Like That, and then last thing on my mind. I got like $1 on each of them last time I live streamed, which is very unfortunate. I was just getting too exhausted by the time I had enough time to like figure them out, which really sucked. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I hope today's gonna be the last day. I don't want to play this game anymore. Ah, shit, we already messed up. And I did not turn off the instructions. There we go, now the instructions are off. So, to do double, we have to remember to keep doing this. Hold down the button. And then, put in this stupid code every single time. Go warm up a little bit, so it's a big race on this run. Okay, that was actually not a bad run to start. 9, yeah. Well, I'll take anything under 10 as a start, because this mix is just a goddamn mess. So, oh. Yeah, there's just not, I mean, no one's going to stream these older games, so playing an older game is pretty interesting, because, like, you're not going to see them, like, ever played ever again. I mean, that's for sure. You're never going to understand the frustrations of what it's like to time on them. I'll go through it one more time, just to understand the tricky parts one last time. That part's one of the worst. Still a really, really good run. Really good. I did make a few mess ups, but like they're easily correctable from that run. Man, I feel so much better playing today too. Like, wow. Much, much better. Oh. Hopefully we can just get this over with. A couple more tries and then get that last one. I didn't even review the video from my last stream. Nope. It's a bad start.
No, it's not good. Do you really want to dance? Game over.
Starting is always the hardest part. Damn it. Honestly, if I can get to that part, pretty confident the rest of it, honestly. Wasn't gonna wait. But taking a second to fail just because there was no errors. Huh. Is anyone else getting dropped frames? I don't think that's going to be me, because normally I would get an error on the bottom of my screen. It says there's no drop frames. Damn it. Typically, the frames dropping and stuff like that's not going to be on my end. I do have fiber optic internet. I'm not saying that's not a possibility, but more people will be reporting it typically. I do stream in a very, very high bit rate though, so that might also be a reason why you might be dropping frames. I can't start this song. Starting this song is like the worst thing of all time. Well, there you go. Windows 10 just sucks. What a fucking surprise. Damn it! Really? Well, I messed up there anyways. What am I doing? Won't have fire for long considering the issues you're having with the AT&T. Like, the service is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with the service. It's just like they won't give me my rewards cards. Like, it's funny because I actually did find the chat log where the person said that they would give me the extra rewards cards. They still won't honor it. It's so stupid. Like, I've never seen such an ignorant company to, like, customer concerns. I'll play the ending one more time. Okay. Still my best run tonight. I think it'll be any play now, honestly. I'm really understanding the timing right now. The energy drink is working.
Game over.
No, too early. It's very rare that I go too early on this song. That was one of the runs, though. Unfortunate. I'm feeling so good about this song right now. This one will happen. What?
No, it's not good. You really want to dance? Game over.
Excuse me. I did not miss that arrow. Oh, here took my arrow before I started the song. Good. Yeah, I started. Fucked up.
No, it's not good. You really want to dance? Game over.
That was not my fault. That's infuriating. Thankfully, the song doesn't use that arrow very much. In case there is an issue, I don't think there is, though. 2 or 3? 2 or 3?
That was the best dance ever.
2.
Are you a professional dancer?
Woo! Ah. Oh. No, there had to be rewiring to be able to play this game, period.
Game over.
My connectors are jumped or by the I/O board. So, yeah, this is kind of a messed up situation to get this game running. Damn it. Oh, I hate doing that part. I can do it not backwards, like facing backwards, but it's very hard to do it either way. Yeah, really old game. 20 years old. Damn it.
No, it's not good.
There's only like 3 errors in the song that I like legitimately have a concern about, and it's always ones that reach over to the R pad randomly. Not verses! Oh my god. Just imagine if you had to play the difficulty of the R person, how annoying that would have been. But that's how it worked back then. Yeah, I tried to BS that. No. It's too awkward. I might as well just play through it. Yeah, I know, game over. Oh. Damn it. How am I doing? I'm doing fantastic. You fixed a busted Bamani PC today. Well, hell yeah. Seeing one from the trash is always a fucking effort worthwhile. I can get behind that. I go too early. That's my problem.
No, it's not good. You really want to dance?
It's like
Game over.
I fix one problem and then I have to adjust another one slightly. And it's only at specific spots, so it's horrible. It's just inconvenient.
This is a great song. Ready?
Nope. I returned because it was failing to establish serial within the XDIO. That might be a user error. Or something. It's just probably not flowed very well on the main board then. There you go. See, I was right. Sort of. Wow, oh my god.
No, it's not good. You really want to dance?
It went slightly too early. That sucks.
Over.
I don't think I've ever messed up on that jump. It's funny, my light connector on this machine was pinned incorrectly. From Benson.
Great song.
It never worked at the arcade I went to all the time. Too early.
No, it's not
But yeah, like my light,
You really want
my
to
top left
dance?
light, I think it was
Game
was
over.
not working, and I always thought that was weird when I went there, because like everything else is working on this machine except that one light. Like, how hard is it to replace a light bulb? And then I got the machine. I didn't know it at the time. It was one of the reasons how I figured out it was the machine I played on. Then I retraced the wiring, and it was pin wrong. No! I went too early. Wow, I got one.
Yo, that was the best.
Just
dance.
one.
Are you a professional?
That's okay. We're right there. We're right there. No problem.
Love is the power.
Game over.
We just gotta pay a little bit more attention. Ugh. We got it though. I'm finding all my mistakes, thankfully. god!
Ow, that was the best.
Right at the end.
Are you a professional?
Oh, that sucks. See, I'm not mad though, and the reason why was because I don't think I deserved one of those perfects before that spot in particular. I hit it way too early, and it still gave it to me. So like, I wasn't too mad. That just means we're gonna get in this try. It's cool. We're all gonna be good. Not that try, I'm sorry.
No, it's not good. You really want to dance? Game over.
Ugh. On Twitch, I don't know if you can actively change the quality of the stream. You might be able to on YouTube? I'm not sure. Oh, this is how we're gonna play now, really?
No, it's
I
not
can't play the
good.
beginning?
You really want to dance?
I think I'm not playing early enough.
Game over.
So the beginning is very early. It gets a little bit better in the middle, and then at the end, it's actually pretty close to being like on time. Pretty close. I didn't say it was.
Great song. Ready?
Got it! Finally!
That was the best dance ever. Are you a professional dancer?
Thank God. Alright. That was a pain in the ass. So, it took me a long time to figure out the tricks to this song, and I'll go through them in just a moment. Just wanted to have that satisfaction right there. Now I'll update the AAA counter real quick. Oh my god, can this fucking load?
Game over.
Bless Streamlabs OBS, but sometimes it is very slow. Oh. Yeah, that was rough to do no bar, but all the old school mixes I don't play at the bar. There's one song in particular where I had to use the bar on double because it went from like this, like, and I had to like push myself over with the bar or I won't make it. Real quick. So I want to go through that song. So I've learned a little bit from playing it today. I'm much more awake. I'm drinking energy drinks, you know, all that jazz. So cool. The first couple times I played it, I realized something. The beginning is extremely early. It's very, very early. I think when I played it last time, I was playing it either too fast or I was playing it too slow. I was trying to consciously play it early, but play at the same rhythm, you know, as the song. But that's kind of hard and it kind of messes with your head. Because if you're playing it early, you tend to hit the notes just earlier, and then eventually you kind of drift back on sync because you know in your head, like, you're hearing the music, something isn't clicking right. You know, it's really mind over matter for that sense. So the beginning is awful. Like the first 77 notes in particular until that long gap, very bad. So once you get through that gap, it actually gets a little bit more tolerable. It gets closer to on sync, but it's still early. So you have to like really pay attention to it. At that middle part, when he goes, "What's going on across the sea?" It's almost dead on sync at that point. It's very strange. Like it starts super early, and then as it moves on and on and on through the song, it gets really close to being on sync. You have to play this song super visually. There's no other way to play it. All these songs, for the most part, you do have to play visually because how they synced these songs back in the day, they didn't have any tools or anything. They went to a hospital in Tokyo, and they pushed the call nurse button to the rhythm of the music, and they used like stopwatches and stuff like that to kind of like dictate the time integer and try to match up the beat per minute as correctly as possible to actually get the game's arrows to sync closer to the music. That is how the first ER game was made. So a lot of this game is still messed up because everything was just a piece of shit back then. It sucks. So, long story short, that sucked to AAA. I'm glad we got it out of the way, and we're moving on to our last song. And then I can finally snap this disc in half. Because I ain't never playing it again. This one is the worst out of the 3 charts that you have to get. So, good fucking luck to me. It ain't gonna be nice. It ain't gonna be easy, that's for sure. Two. Okay. I think I can get that pretty easily, actually. Love is the power. We're moving on. We can get this. This may be a very quick stream, actually, which I'll be super thankful for. Why am I playing this song? I already got it. Bad habit. I wasn't thinking. That's hilarious. Muscle memory, my folks. There is no vivid, only flat. If I can get past the that part where it does like the 4-5 jumps in a row, it's actually not too bad. As far as the syncing goes, it's pretty tolerable actually. It's almost dead on sync. so it's actually not bad. The end of it is very on sync, actually. Damn it. I think that's 3.
Are you a professional dancer?
Yeah, that was 2 really good runs, actually.
Love is a power.
I don't think it's going to take too many more tries. Let's hope not, at least. I still gotta really pay attention to the arrows at the end, unfortunately. Nope.
No, it's not good. You really want to dance?
Thank you guys for the encouragement. Really need that. We got it, though. We got it. Get out of here! We're done! That was a really fast stream. Wow. Yes. Oh, we're definitely putting our name on that one. Mission fucking accomplished, folks. We're done.
Love is a power.
Woo! That was it. We're done with this game. You never actually have to play it ever again. Woo. That's a good feeling.
Game over.
Not nearly as exciting as getting la la la, but I mean, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, so, fuck this game. Fuck it. Absolutely fuck it. Come on, give me the goddamn disc. Give me the goddamn disc. I don't care, give me the fucking disc! Eject the disc. Eject the disc. Give me the disc. I want the disc. You see the disc? You see this disc? We're gonna destroy this disc right now. Just, I don't want it to snap in my face. We're done. We're done. We don't need to play this no more. We're gonna step on this disc just like that, and get out of here, stupid dancing stage. Fuck. Fuck that fucking game. Fuck it. This goddamn disc. Oh, there we go. Ha! Done. Yeah, hardware, you don't fucking say. Let's play a real game, you know, right? Like, fuck. Fuck that disc. Oh. No, it was a copy of the disc, don't worry. The real disc is safe somewhere else. It's not here. So, no worries. Are you kidding me? You know how rare that game is? You think I would destroy that disc when there's like one left in existence potentially? No, it's a copy. So, no worries. But, oh, man. I mean, should we install like Euromix 2 now? I mean, you know, that would be fun. Let me go to chat and like actually get some AMA going. You know, like let's get the next game set up so we can play it, and we'll just talk for a little bit since I have some time to kill right now. I will need to pick up my girlfriend at some point, but that shouldn't be happening until 10:30. So might as well, right? Okay. So first things first, I need to power off this machine. So give me 1 second here. Everything's gonna go wonky for a second because of the way I did this. I actually need to open up the 573 and modify the connection I had made, and then we can boot the game again after I reseat the connectors that I disconnected. So it's gonna be a little bit of a process here, and I need a screwdriver to do that, I think. No, actually, I left my 573 open like a smart person. So, oh, also, my flash card. So, probably a few years ago now, I bought an arcade lot of like broken 573s and stuff like that, and I repaired almost all of them. There was like 2 boards that were fried. I couldn't do much about it. But in the stack of flash cards that I got with the lot, I got this flash card. It's Guitar Freak's second mix flash card, and it's just a normal flash card. I don't know why they gave this one like a nice label and everything on it, but unlike DDR, they didn't make like a DDR second mix one as far as I'm aware, third mix, whatever. But this is really rare actually. I've never seen one in person. I didn't know one of these existed until I actually got that lot, so that's a pretty interesting fact. So let's open this bad boy up. Okay, let's try to remember where all this shit goes. First thing, we need to remove my jumped connections, which will be easy. Just gotta undo my quick connectors. Oh my god, my quick connectors are on there so tight. My hands are so sweaty. But we got that one off, and then I just gotta get to the hard one. Ugh. Oh my god, can I please have my fucking connector off? Okay, so this needs to go here, and my pins are falling out of the connector, which is not helping. But that gets seated right here. Now smart. Oh my god, you scared the fuck out of me! Oh my god. I'm gonna shit my pants on one of these streams one day just because people are scaring the fuck out of me with my donation calls. This needs to go here. It's barely long enough, so I know I have the right connector. Going to the right place. So that goes there. And then finally, we need to remove this audio cable and plug in the correct audio cable into the 573. And I'll explain why that's important in a moment here. Because the older games do not work nearly the same as the new ones. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all I need to do. So we can close this guy back up. Put in the flash card. And then we can boot the 573. Okay, then one pad lining up only is a good sign. That means I didn't screw up my light connectors, they're in the right places. And this should be in the install disk for your mix 2. Don't quote me on that. Again, I make copies of the discs, so I don't have to worry about them being damaged. So we're taking a luck of the draw here. Yeah, so let's just make sure this starts loading. If it does, then I'll talk a little bit about analog games very, very fast. And then we'll do an AMA. Okay, so it's booting. The install might fail several times just because my flash memory on my board is not very great anymore. But, so analog discs, analog mixes of DDR use this cable to actually play the audio through the main board. Basically what it is, if you had a really old disk drive back in the day, this was an audio connector that went into your computer. It's 4 pins. It's got the little notch at the top. And this would plug it, on the 573, it plugs into this. This cable goes into the audio out of the disk drive, and then this end goes straight to the 573. On the newer boards, it works a lot differently. The audio and everything else is stored in flash memory, as far as I'm aware. So the audio actually comes from the digital I/O board that was added to the install kits or the upgrade kits for third mix. So that is how those older games actually worked. They didn't use this anymore, so operators threw them away. I was very lucky and had Fisherman's Bait computer that started on fire, so I just stole this cable out of it, and somehow it came out unscathed from that fire, which was hilarious, but haha, free cable. So it made me have to worry about one less thing. Cool. But that's how analog mixes work. So basically, the disc would have audio on it. You can actually take a arcade disc, put it in a CD player, hit play, and it'll play every sound in the game that's like a music title. So even the song select screens and stuff like that, it all has audio tracks that you can listen to off the disc if you're to plug it into a boombox or something, let's say, which is crazy. But that's how it worked. It would literally load up the song steps and like all the graphics and stuff like that, and then it would try to play the audio at exactly the right time, but you would get really weird results. Sometimes it would be really, really fucking late. Sometimes it would be really fucking early. Sometimes it would be exactly on the start of where it was supposed to be for the most part. Especially older disk drives had a lot of like problems playing it the way that it was intended, and over time they kind of lost sync just because of how the game loaded and stuff like that. Thankfully, I have a newer disk drive, so it's not so much of an issue. Let me update my AAA counter, and then I will do an AMA. Because why not? So let's talk. Let's talk fancy games. Let's talk everything. If it gets to PC Card 2, that's when it might fail. But we'll see. I do talk a lot. You're right. I absolutely do. I want to torture you so play Chris on Double again. No. I remember that chart specifically. I don't ever want to play it again, and I had to get it a second time on DDRA. So I haven't really played enough in my lifetime to not want to play it again. Favorite Dance Mania song that wasn't in DDR? Ooh, that is a really, really tough question for me to answer, actually. Fuck. Damn it, that is a really fucking good question. I never thought about. You know what? I want to shout out a song that was supposed to be in DDR third mix and it wasn't. It's fucking. Oh my god, what is the name of the song? I can't remember. Why can't I remember the song? It's on Beat Mania. Why can't I remember the name of it? I'm really bad with song titles sometimes, so you're gonna have to bear with me here. Maybe it was on fourth mix. I think it was on fourth mix. Does anyone know? Total Recall, yes, that song. Thank you, RetroZade. I made those fucking videos on YouTube about removed songs on DDR, and I can't remember what the fucking content was in the games. How embarrassing. But yes, it's Total Recall. I really wish that ended up in DDR. That would have been so fucking cool, and it didn't make it. So that really disappoints me. There's a plethora of other ones like Dance Me a Fantasia songs I really like. Sucks Ghost only got to be on one game. I really love Ghost. That song is amazing. So that sucks. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Uwu. Or XOXO-con, not Uwu. Thank you. I appreciate that. Do you happen to have another 17 PFC in the works? I don't right now, actually. There's definitely a few really easy ones in the game now, like Glitch Angel. I haven't been focusing too much on DDR-A at the moment, just because I was getting so close to AAA 2500, I wanted to make it special. So I'm taking a little bit of break from DDR-A. Before I go to Japan, I do plan on playing a lot of DDR-A, especially on Gold Cabinet, so I can get Kaiden when I go to Japan. Get that over with, and get as high as I can on double. But playing at home, I want to play more frequently, so that's kind of the plan right now. In the next month or so, I'm going to start going back to arcades more frequently and playing seriously at very high levels, and then I'll try to worry about my next 17 PFC. There's definitely easier ones that I can get. I know I can, I'm just being lazy. Welcome back. I fucking missed you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm a furry uwu. Oh my god. Let's see. Kaiden is gonna kill you. I don't think it's gonna be nearly that bad. I really wish you could play the courses with someone that had the courses available, but unfortunately that's not a thing. Otherwise I would have gotten it. But yeah, it's gonna suck. Double Kaiden would kill me. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get that, but I'm gonna fucking sure as hell try. There's less than 10 people that have gotten it so far, so I want to be one of the people. Any other questions, I guess, while this finishes installing? Hunting for You is a fantastic song. I fucking love that song. It's on Core Remix. Couldn't believe it when I got my machine. I fucking listened to that all goddamn day. This is a pretty interesting question. Do you reckon 573 emulation and MAME will get good enough to replace hardware eventually? So, there's two sides to this. One, I kind of hope so, because 573s, they're not going to last forever. And that's how most hardware is. We're very fortunate there's not batteries that kill the board and stuff on 573s. But they definitely still have problems. A lot of them especially have problems with running the 12-volt rails on them. And the 5-volt, honestly, is not that good on these boards. Like, typically, if you drop, like, at all below 12 or 5, you're fucked. Like, that game ain't gonna boot no more. So, and the boards themselves are just getting up there in age. They're 20 years old. So, you know, nothing lasts forever, but it's something to keep in mind, especially the flash cards. The flash cards are very, very few and far between, unfortunately, now. And although they have a lifetime of supposedly tens of thousands of installs and reads, they don't last forever. So, gosh, I hope that 573 emulation takes off at some point, but at the same time, I'm skeptical and scared because I already know a lot of people are going to try to abuse it for other reasons, which really sucks, but I think that I'm, for the most part, happy it's there. So we'll just kind of go for that. Let's see. Will I ever attempt 6-panel charts? I don't have a DDR solo cabinet. I absolutely would love to get a DDR solo machine. If I can find one under $1,000 nearby, you bet your ass I will pick it up in an instant. So if anyone ever finds a lead on one in Northern California, let me know. And I will go pick it up. I do have room in this garage if I shuffle things down a little bit further to put in our machine in here, a DDR solo. But that's it. I can't fit any more machines in my garage after that, so we're kind of screwed after that. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the capacitors and stuff like that are pretty good on 573s. But a lot of the other stuff, like the flash memory modules and stuff like that, are not, unfortunately. So you have to kind of dissect them from other 573s that are still working if you're lucky. So that kind of sucks. Let's see. But has a 573 ever burned out on you while you were playing DDR? I've had 573 issues, but I have never had a 573 burn out on me specifically. What was I gonna say? I've been very fortunate, I guess, in that regard that like I haven't ever had a 573 that was working at one point and eventually it failed. I've had 573s with bad disk drives and they wouldn't read analog mixes because they're really picky, those particular discs and stuff like that. But besides that, no, I've never had like an issue with a 573 yet that like I had working and it broke over time. You can play solo on a doubles cabinet, you just can't play 6-panel mode. Yeah, I already played all the solo stuff that I could for the most part on a doubles machine, so I'm kind of SOL at this point. Have you ever played Dance Evolution Arcade before? No, I haven't played Dance Evolution Arcade. I've played Dance Evolution as a game, but not the arcade version. Would you go for 3-panel AAAs in front of us? Maybe. Again, I would really prefer getting a DDR solo machine because that's the way it's intended to be played. I know you can play on a double machine. I'm sorry, I have like the hiccups right now from drinking this energy drink, but like it's supposed to be up, left, up, right, down for 3-panel, and that's the way I want to play it if I'm going to play it legitimately. So I'm still waiting. As soon as I get a solo machine, absolutely you can count on it. I'll play 3-panel and 6-panel. Yeah, most of my issues too are RTC related, flash related, flash cards. I've also had just really bad bent pins on I/O boards. But other than that, like, not a lot of 573 issues that I couldn't fix. Most of them I was able to fix myself. I do have a bad RTC battery on my 573, but I don't care enough to replace it. It's not in a public setting, so not really a big concern. Let's see. I want to scroll up. Does Konami allow private use of e-amusement from the past videos I see you using DDR 2013 or 2014? They can have his own line. How much is the cost? So, I actually do have an official answer to this question. I do talk to Konami semi-frequently, I would say. I did speak to someone a little bit higher than like a normal like service rep at Konami in regards to being able to have a private machine and running it on e-amusement and stuff like that. And the answer is no. They will not allow you to run e-amusements, even if you're going to pay for the e-amusement service. E-amusement itself is not expensive. I don't want to throw an exact number out there because I'm concerned that potentially there might be a deal in place with the company I work with that they might have a lesser price than they would otherwise. So I'm just going to put a range out there. It's between $50 and $100 a month to run e-amusement. And when you think about it, it's not so bad because, you know, like $75, you can get that in a day. If you get enough plays on your machine, it's not bad. So definitely a worthwhile investment if you're an arcade operator. But as a private machine owner, that definitely does add up over time. But it's not ridiculous. It's actually not so bad. And even if you bought a machine from like Korea or something, or the UK, like Konami will not support you in any way. I got clarification on that as well. They do not want to have anything to do with private use of their machines at this time, and they just want to leave it at that, which I was totally cool with. I was just happy I got an answer. So there you guys go. There's your answer. But as far as me playing older DDR 2013, 2014 videos, that was on a system called Programmed World. Programmed World was an American replacement for EMUs that was made by fans of the game. Eventually, Konami sent a cease and desist order to the server owners to get rid of the service, and they did. And that was because Konami was building an online presence in America through round one, and then eventually Dave & Buster's got on board as well with DDR. So that shut that down. Let's see. I'm sorry, I know I'm missing a lot. questions and stuff like that. I'm trying to get to as many of these as I can until we start slowing down. Is D&D going to get the DDR-A20 gold cabinets? No. We think those cabinets are awful, and we will not be buying them. They just do not belong in a Dave & Buster's. They're gaudy gold, and like everything else in the arcade is like colorful, bright white, and black. Like everything is like black or white cabinet for the most part. So DDR white cabinets make sense. It's too much. It's way too much. Looks way too like crazy out there. It's a nice looking cabinet, but I will have to admit it does have latency issues with the monitor and stuff like that. It is an inferior cabinet to the white cabinets that we get. So I actually support that decision. Let's just keep rolling with the white cabinets. No gold cabinets. How would you go about getting e-amusement set up in a small arcade? Your best bet would be, this is going to sound crazy, going to Japan and talking to Konami in person. They're not really easy to reach outside of visiting in person. The only reason why I'm able to contact them is because I do actual business with them for buying parts for a machine in an arcade chain, and that's pretty much it. So no one else is going to be able to pretty much get a hold of Konami unless for some reason they have something set up in their corporate office in America. I doubt it. So your best bet would be to go to Konami in person, try to figure it out. Good luck. It's going to be a very hard endeavor to jump on. Let's see. White cab is more expensive than gold. I'm actually not 100% sure. I do know a price tag on white cabinets in America, but I'm not going to say, again, for privacy reasons of the company I work for. But if I were to imagine, A20 cabinets would be more expensive because it has a lot more features, a bigger screen, more lights, and stuff like that. So I can only imagine it's getting pretty expensive. What's my favorite Speed album except Speed 2001? Fuck. I know there's an anime Speed Dance Mania. I think that's the one I really, really like, actually. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry. I'm not very familiar with Dance Mania Speed. I'm not super into Dance Mania Speed. What's your favorite characters in DDR? I like Uni and Emi. Devil Zukin. That's pretty much it. Those are my favorite characters. Rage is pretty cool, but that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other favorites besides that. Those are my favorites. Are you going to get DDR-X3 or DDR-X, X2, X3 Japan cabinet? I have DDR-X, I have DDR-X2, and I have DDR-X3. I don't need to get a special cabinet for that. I'm all good. No worries. So, to answer that question, I have the games. I don't need a new cabinet. Any chance for a Pump It Up stream in the near future? So, God, I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn this camera. I do have a Pump It Up cabinet. It is right next to me, actually. I'll see if I can turn this and kind of show you. No, it's not going to let me. Maybe my foot cam, actually. I should be able to turn this one because this one's on a mount on the wall. But over here is a Pump It Up DX cabinet. It is in pieces, but there it is. It needs a lot of work though. I bought it very broken from Dave & Buster's in Milpitas. I had to fix my camera still. Oh my god, it's so fucking off now. I shouldn't have done that! Oh my god, what am I doing? But, give me 1 second to fix this camera. That looks about good, and let's tilt this down, and a little bit more over. That might be okay. Fuck, it's not perfect, we can always fix it later, but, yeah, I do have a Pump It Up cabinet. Do I plan on streaming it? Yeah, is it a priority? No. This machine is really bad. It's very dirty. It's very disgusting. holy shit, this is going to be a lot more work than I was expecting. But I really do want to restore it and make it like the best Pump It Up DX cabinet you'll ever play on, if you ever get the chance to play on it. So I'm going to work on it. It's going to be a very slow process, like I said, but I do plan on finishing it up and eventually streaming it at some point, but probably not until next year. In all honesty, it's going to take that long to actually fix the cabinet. It has a lot of problems. All right, that was a loaded question with a lot of content attached to it. More to the right, you're good. Yeah, well, no, it's still a little bit off, but we'll fix this. Not a big deal. When you fix the pump cabinet, is it staying on Prime, or will you be getting a double X kit for it? So by next year, there will be a new Pump It Up game out. So I should be able to take the Pump It Up double X kit from the Dave & Buster's I work at and be able to put that in this machine, and then that machine will be running the newer one. So yes, it will be upgraded at some point, but it's not going to be Prime anymore, most likely. If not, then I will find a Prime 2 kit or something for really cheap. It's funny, I've had like 3 Pump It Up boards come through me, one with Prime 2, and I never kept any of it. I never planned on getting a Pump It Up machine, it just kind of happened. So I am changing to the newer pads on Pump It Up. That's part of the reason why all those pieces of hardware were ripped out of it, the stage brackets. God, I want to pick one up. It's so gross, though. Oh my god, I can't believe you're making me pick this up. Oh man. Oh god. Yeah, these things. Oh, look at how gross that is. Oh, look at, oh my god, the sensor. Oh, it's so bad. But yes, I know. I'm going to replace all these and put the newer version in. So I will have new dance pads. Oh god. And now you know what I've gotten myself into. Some of the sensors are melted to the rubber channel inside the game. It's so bad. I can't remove them. They're welded together from friction. I can't even believe it. Do you have your 5-sensor outside the machine? If so, do you have some sort of extension cables for it? Yes. I made my own extension cables for my machine. And it's because the Fusion kit, the 573, they all use different connectors to make everything work. So when I cut the ends off of my cables to try to rewire everything, I pretty much made an extension from the inside of the cabinet so I can have everything outside. So all my boards are actually, well, I'm going to move this camera again, I guess. All my boards are actually over here. You can see them right there. Those are all my boards. My bar's a little bit in the way, but the stack right here, these are all the boards that I have. So I have my digital 573 right here. I do have an analog 573 coming in. That's going to go right next to it up here. This is just a power supply. You can't probably see it. Just a power supply because my 573 doesn't get enough 12 volts because of the extension I'm running. Below it, we got a Python 1 for Dancing Stage Fusion. Below that, we got Python 2 for DDR Supernova 2 and DDR Supernova. And then below that, we have a Bomani PC to run everything else. So we have pretty much every board you could ever ask for and more. So there's that. And I'm going to try to fix this again, and it's going to look awful, and I apologize. Yeah, well, what are you going to do, right? Can the 573's internet ranking function be put back online through private servers? No. The internet ranking on those games did not connect to the board in any way. Those were done via encrypted code that it gives you at the end of your play session. They're just numbers and letters to us. If someone sat there and probably learned about how to decrypt it and stuff like that, possibly, but there's no point. It's just stupid. Let's see. Have you attempted to purchase a widescreen DDR cabinet for the newer DDR games? All the DDR games run on a CRT. You don't need to buy a widescreen version of the game. There's just no point. Favorite Eurobeat song featured in DDR? That's a tough one. Is Romance no Kami-sama considered Eurobeat? I think it is. We'll go with that one for right now. I can't think of any other ones. That's the one that's been kind of stuck in my head lately. So we're going to run with that. If you get a replacement System 573 motherboard, will you stream Extreme Plus at one point, just in case you feel miserable or whatever? Bro. I have DDR Extreme. I just haven't been streaming it because I want to play other games. That's all. So I do have it. It's just sitting right there. I haven't popped it in, install, or play it yet. It's kind of where we're at with everything. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is easier, especially when I have such limited space. This is a very conjoined, close area in a single-car garage. So I don't have a lot of room to kind of like freely move my cabinets around and like get behind them and like take out boards and replace them. I just don't have enough room. So this is the most logical thing before I move the machine in here to kind of wrap up and do. Is D&B at all interested in getting TDX Lightning models to any stores? I don't know the answer to that question, unfortunately. I would love to know myself, but anything that has to do with like location testing games and stuff like that the public isn't already aware of, I'm not supposed to speak of, and that goes with purchases of games as well. So unfortunately, I can't give out that information, and I don't know myself at this point. I really do hope that we location test it, and that's not to say that we are or are not at some point, but it'd be interesting. Kevin Bacchus, our senior vice president of amusements for the company, he did say that he was interested in location testing it, but it never happened yet. So I don't know. That was years ago though, so maybe he changed his mind. Was like, not worth it, not worth my time. But I'd be interested in see how it goes. You know, maybe people will actually give a shit and come back to Dave & Buster's if they got some more replay value in there. Favorite DDR game pre-2008? Probably pre-2008. That's a weird number. Probably a tie between Supernova 2 and Extreme and Fourth Mix Plus. Those are my absolute favorites. I can't pick one. That's a hard one. Extreme Plus doesn't break on modified 573s. No, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, it actually will work with bootleg BIOS chips for the boards. I think it boots with any mod chip. So it doesn't matter. It'll just work on any 573 for the most part. Japan X-Cabs are awesome machines, but they take up a lot of space. Yeah, I could probably agree with that for the most part. It's definitely wider, but the cabinet's a little bit narrower, so I don't think it's nearly as bad in some cases. Like, in this case, it would be fine in my garage, but it's just not practical for importing. It's too expensive. Supernova has club version songs taken out of Supernova 2. Yes, it does. It's the only reason really to play Supernova at any point. What's your opinion about the DDR Extreme Simulator on Stepmania 3.9? It's a thing. I don't use the thing, so I really don't have that much of an opinion on it. The only thing I will say is having that around is making it very hard, well, at least back in the day, it was very hard to discern if people were running a bootleg and cheesing scores or people were playing the game legitimately. Back in the day, probably like 5+ years ago now, when everyone was racing to finish AAA and DDR Extreme on double and become the first person to do it, there was 2 AAAs that in particular no one had ever had a record on, getting a AAA on. and that was Skago Go on double. I was one of the first people in the world to get that. And the other one was Paranoia Survivor Max Oni. There was no record documentation or anything that anyone had ever gotten a PFC on it. And someone posted a video of them getting it, and he was being very, very strange about it. Like, it's like, I don't want to show everyone the video. I only want like a select few people to see it so they can discern for themselves that it's legit. And like 2 or 3 people are like, it's legit, it's definitely legit. And it's just like, I don't believe you. Like, if you're not posting it publicly, like, why would we have any reason to believe you? You have to understand this sounds very, very odd and off. So back then it was a bigger deal, but not so much anymore. If you like the Stepmania 3.9 theme, run it. I mean, it's not bothering me. It's definitely a cool thing to have if you can't play on a machine or something like that and you want to relive the nostalgia of the DDR Extreme days. Hey man, that's your boat. Go for it. Does DDR820 have monitor input lag? I've heard rumors that they do. It's 5 milliseconds. Someone did test it, and the white cabinets are about 5 milliseconds of latency. As far as I remember, that is. The gold cabinets have something like 30 to 40 milliseconds of latency. It's really bad, which is why you have to play so early. So, yeah, that's just weird. It's very, very strange, like, the gold cabinet's existence. Will there be a chance of porting Supernova console exclusives to arcade? Probably not. The way that the DDR Supernova and Supernova 2 games are encoded, and the way that they are working on the Python 2 makes it very, very hard for anyone to kind of do any homebrew stuff or kind of mess around with it to do cool things. Magic Gate encryption was the #1 stopper for people getting any progress with duplicating the hard drives and stuff like that. And it wasn't to steal the game or anything like that. Konami, Betson, and all the other companies that were supporting DDR Supernova and Supernova 2 were no longer able to make copies of the game and sell them or repair them for you. So it was at the end of its lifetime and these games were dying. So someone in the community decided to sit down at a computer, research all of it, sit down, reverse engineer everything, and actually got the game to boot without dongles, without having to install the disk first on the Python 2. Like, that person like figured out everything, and we're very thankful for that person for doing that. So shout out to that person who wants to remain anonymous. Your work is definitely appreciated by everyone, so you can continue enjoying our favorite games. What if DDRX was on Python 2? It would be weird. I'm sure like the game could run on Python 2, like if they wanted to develop it for that, but they didn't. I don't know why. When will DDR Karaoke Mix be found? If they can find DDR Kids, anything can be dumped. So Karaoke Mix is a little bit different than I think you're imagining in your head. So how Karaoke Mix worked essentially is it worked on a proprietary DAM karaoke system, and I'm not saying damn like damn you, I'm saying DAM as in D-A-M. D-A-M, DAM. DAM karaoke was the system that DDR karaoke used. The steps were auto-generated. It would hear the music, and it would just put random, really easy steps to the songs, to the music, and that's pretty much how it worked, but it didn't run off any arcade hardware or anything like that. It actually ran off of karaoke hardware. So the chances of you ever finding one, it's pretty much impossible. People have gotten a hold of the dance pads, and they're not very good quality. But yeah, they're very, very rare. I think there might be one still out there that's still in use. That's what the rumors say at the very least, but I don't know where it is, and I don't really care to ever play it because it's not really a DDR game. It's not an arcade version. So it will never be dumped because it does not run on an arcade system at all. So there you go. Do you think about adding other 573 songs on Extreme? Will go as far as I heard a hack build added the other songs. So this is actually making some progress. They have actually injected custom songs into DDR Extreme. I don't know how far they want to take the tools or how publicly they want the tools to be available, but it's definitely a thing. It's a thing that exists, and it's definitely a thing that it seems to be happening. Will it add more songs to the base game? I don't know. Will it have to replace songs in the base game? I don't know. I don't have a lot of information out there to be able to tell you, but it kind of makes a real gray area for scoring and stuff like that because these songs were not meant to be played on DDR Extreme. So I'm very concerned about, especially if they bring over like old first mix through fifth mix songs that never made it onto Max 2 Extreme, and having those playable on DDR Extreme. If it's all the 573 like later games like Max 2, I'm okay with that. Like no problem. It kind of ran on that system anyways. But the older ones, I think they need to be untouched. I think we have to let them be their thing, and we don't need to mess with them too much. I think playing customs would be really funny to do and stuff like that, but we need to let the older games be the older games. Wait. Someone gave me 2,000. I don't know what that currency is, but thank you. HN, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the 573 does not have enough memory for more than 300 songs. That was brought up actually several times. It actually has a very, very, very strict limitation on how many songs and stuff can be written to. Even for the memory card support, it was like, you can only play 190 songs or something like that. You can't play any more than that, or I will not write data to the memory card. That's how the whole memory cards worked. You couldn't write any more to them. So when like Bright White came out and like fake amusement for DDR Extreme, they had to actually recode the hardware limitations of the 573 to make it all work. It's crazy that like how far people have gotten with hacking the game in positive ways, where like it's not like really bootlegging, it's making the playing experience better for the players. So that's pretty cool. But thank you, HN, for the 2000 KRW. Again, I see your message in the chat. Absolutely, I will continue making DDR content. I actually think I have to go pick up my girlfriend now. I'm going to double check. And I do. So that's going to be it for this live stream. I'm sorry to cut it off so soon, but thank you all for watching. After today, I will be announcing the next live stream for Oh My God Con Live, and that's pretty much wraps up everything. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for my AMA and watching me get those last few AAAs. I really appreciate it. As always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching.